I found it's time for an update to my airport. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I have an expansion of the airport that I've been working on, so let's take a look. Now the expansion does not take place on the tarmac, and you can see that I'm still working on making the plane bigger there, but the expansion actually takes place over here at the terminal entrance. So before, I just had this building here, and there were a few other buildings right here, but I took those away, and now I've been able to make a pickup and drop off zone. And you can see down here, if maybe, there we go, you can see there's a pickup drop off sign, and then there is also another airport sign just like the one right here. So buses and cars can pull in here and then just go into there, and then when they're done they just pull out that way. And I think it actually looks really good. It turned out really well. It was real simple. I also added a very small parking lot back here. You can see they're just 5 wide, and it works pretty well. I do wish I had a bigger parking lot, but I don't really have the space for that, so that's gonna have to do for now. Another thing I was working on was right here, these walls, just to make sure that there's security for the airport, nobody can get through. So you got that wall, and you got a wall in there, and then one back there. So like I said, nothing really changed out here in the actual airport, the tarmac area. So that's all still the same with the lines on the pavement and so on and so forth. You got 2 terminals, one is for cargo, one is for passengers. And I did redo this little tug or push thing, whatever you want to call it, again, but I'm finally happy with it for sure now, so that looks good. Now I also got this little car here that can load up the plane. Again, this plane is in the middle of an expansion. I also have this little buggy thing, I don't really know, that just sits there, and then you got the cargo trucks and stuff, and the forklift. And so all that is still the same. I'm pretty happy with that. I did add an air conditioning unit right here on the top of the airport. I don't know what air conditioning units really look like, so I just threw a bunch of pieces together, and it hopefully resembles something like an air conditioning unit. I did also modify this airport sign a little bit, so it has this cool little arch to it. I like it quite a bit, and I think it adds a little bit of modern flair to the airport. I do need to add a few more details here on the facade of the airport. It is a little blank, and probably a roof that goes from this to the doors. That way, if it's raining, they don't have to go outside of the roof. But I'll get there eventually. And if you haven't seen my airport before, the idea is that there is a giant underground in there, and that's where that tunnel leads, that's where the luggage is and the cargo stuff. So that's all underground, and that's the tunnel that goes down. So that's going to do it for this airport expansion video. It was a small expansion, but I think it adds a lot to the city. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And have a great week. Keep building, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye. So I found that it's time for